Okay.
Hi, Kirsten.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So
Good.
the reason I wanted to bring you on is because we're kind of shedding light on people in the community that are putting together events. We're shedding light on local artists. I just like meeting the community. So for those who are watching, this is Bella, by the way. This is our little shop mascot.
It's okay.
So for people who are watching, what can you tell them about what you do? What kind of field are you in?
We have a stable of 13 horses out at Retama Equestrian Center.
Okay.
It's in Selma. And we provide therapeutic horseback riding and hippotherapy for individuals with a diagnosis, with a disability of some kind. So everybody that comes to us have to have a referral from a physician and a diagnosis. The clinical setting has its place. And a lot of these children, they receive therapy for practically all of their lives. And they start out in the ECI, early childhood intervention, and then that goes up to age 3, and then they get some therapy in the schools, and they kind of become, another physio ball, another gym, another wedge, another white coat walking in,
Right.
So after a while, they just become complacent.
Right.
And they plateau, and you don't see much. So the parents hear about us and what we're doing. And there is a total different interaction with a horse, with an animal,
Right.
Especially when you have a disability, because the horse is very black and white, very non-judgmental.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So now I really appreciate like unorthodox types of therapy because like you can speak to a therapist. There are some people that go to a doctor and they get medicated. I appreciate what you're doing with having a different form of therapy. It seems like you're taking a different approach and still providing that help, and you're doing it in a very unique, fun, and exciting way. Why did you decide to go that route opposed to some of the others?
Well, I have done both.
Okay.
I was a horsey person to start with.
Okay.
Yes. So I know the benefit of riding a horse for your posture, your strength, and your endurance.
Okay.
And I worked in a clinical setting for 9 years in rehab.
Right.
And it has its place, definitely.
Sure.
But when it comes to children with disabilities, they need it for such a long time.
Yeah.
And there are such incremental stages of gains.
What do you mean by that?
When you are recovering from surgery or an accident, you many times you recover faster, you can see quicker results.
Okay.
When you have children that have a diagnosed disability, be it cerebral palsy, be it autism, Down syndrome, spina bifida, then you are working against physical limitations of your body.
Right.
But when you're sitting on a horse, then the attitude changes.
Yeah.
So
I can imagine.
you don't think of it being therapy. They're out having their riding session.
Yeah.
And although they're not guiding the horse, they're being led. And then they have 1 or 2 sidewalkers helping them to stabilize. But that's the people helping them ride.
Interesting. Okay. Nice. I like that because it seems to me what I'm hearing is that sense of independence is really empowering. For what age group do you work with? Like, is it people from all ages?
Yeah, we've had some 2.5, 3, but it depends on their developmental stage.
Okay.
If they can take the movement of the horse.
Okay.
If they have very low muscle tone or are delayed, then they can't handle the movement of the horse, so then we have to wait a little bit. And then on up, I've had some people that have had strokes, they're recovering from strokes. I've had some elderly clients with cerebral palsy, because that doesn't go away.
What aspects of the horse therapy, the hippotherapy, are more beneficial than some of the more traditional types of therapy?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Yes, because the horse's movement is on the 3 planes.
Okay.
You get the horse's hips provides anterior posterior tilting, back and forth,
Right.
lateral shift, side to side, and rotation.
Okay.
And that is a normal movement.
Right. It's rhythmic.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it gets the movement on the three planes.
Okay.
Like I said, back and forth movement, side to side, and rotation. And that's what our pelvis performs when we can move in a normal fashion.
Right.
Then they don't think they're receiving therapy.
Right.
So they are relaxed, they are enjoying themselves, and they're just on their horse.
Right.
They're
They're
riding
just having
their
fun.
horse. Yeah, yeah.
It's brilliant. You have an event coming up.
Uh-huh.
What anybody who's listening, who's interested in an event like this, what would be your sales pitch to them? If you could simplify it down to like a mission statement, a thesis statement, what would that be?
If they come out and help to support us and our 13 four-legged therapists.
All right. I like it. I like it.